I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. Happy birthday. Cancer, at this time, man, you're dealing with some heavy energy at this time. Very heavy. I feel like it's very much involving your emotions here, right? Cancer, at this time, I feel like it's almost like opposition, right? Like I feel like the ops are like coming to your house, coming to your job, coming here, coming there. And it's like people that you almost like are in outs with, right? It's like almost like the people that are unnerving or bothering or frustrating, that are stanky, that are rude, like they're all up in your face, and it's like the only safe place that you can really find at this time is like in your home, right? Like it's like people that are surrounding you at this time, right? Even if you're at work, even if you're in the grocery store, like if you're able to really root yourself and ground yourself in these situations of anger, upset here, right? Keep in mind, these people, they're only there to irritate, like their presence is only coming up to specifically irritate you, Cancer. Don't allow these things to overtake you here, right? Once again, Cancer, I feel like you're very heavily in spiritual warfare at this time, right? I feel like there's a lot of people, places, and things that keep getting brought back up for you. I feel like a lot of this is karmic as well. I feel like these are a lot of the situations that you've dealt with before. I feel like it's just different faces, same energy. I feel you have a lot of things that are going on with you at this time, and it's really about keeping yourself grounded in such watery emotions, right? With this these irritating presents that keep coming up for you here as well, right? You're practicing temperance. Like you're making sure that you're not allowing yourself to be riled up, right? You're staying patient. Don't get too wordy here either, Cancer. Keep in mind, if you're coming, compassionately, if you're altruistic, if you're genuine here, right? Like you can control the emotions of people here a lot better, right? When you're calm, when you're centered as well, right? Like almost like a mediator here as well, right? Don't allow yourself to get wrapped up in these other people's energies, these other people's emotions here, right? If these are people that have done you wrong, like it's almost like you're turning a cheek. You're not allowing these people to continue to mess with you in the same way. Like you're very strict on your boundaries. You're very strict as to what it is that you will allow people to come in with here, right? First out, we have Solitude and Labyrinth. Yeah. You're having to take some space out. Like you have like so many, it's like I'm saying that like you have so many things that you're having to really work through here, right? And it's your own path, it's your own emotions, it's your own cycles here, right? And that's why it's so necessary for you at this time to really figure out what is being brought to you, right? With this labyrinth, it's kind of reminding me of like the tombs in Egypt here, right? When you go underneath and you're going through the afterlife and all this, you have all these tests here, right? And like these are only things that you can do for your own personal growth here as well, right? You're being tested. You're definitely being tested at this time. And I feel like you're spending a lot more time outdoors by water. You could be working with the fire element a lot more here as well, right? You're working with animals here. You're keeping your energy as far away from other people that then like it's just not for you. Like other people's energy is just not for you right now. There's bigger things that you're out here having to work through here for yourself as well. You're almost not allowing other people to come in and mess with you in the same way. Like once again, if these people have wronged you 7 times, you're going to turn your cheek. Let's go to scriptures here, right? Any weapon formed against you shall not prosper. Like these are things that you are so centered in yourself. Like that nothing can come up and irritate you. Nothing can come up and truly stop you from what it is you're trying to come out here and accomplish for yourself here, right? First out, we have the Hermit. That's what I'm saying. We have the Hermit and Solitude. You could be working very closely with a Virgo at this time. Cancer. I feel like you're taking time out just to go and find your own answers, your own path here, right? You know that this is extremely guided here as well. And then we have the 3 of Cups. Yeah. There could be a Virgo that is putting you in a third party situation here as well, right? I feel like that's why you could be spending a lot more time by yourself. And then we have the Moon. Yeah. I feel like this is something that has been very like held secret, like this isn't really something that's been talked about too much up to this point here as well, right? I feel like you have a lot of heavy emotions involving this person, involving this situation here as well, right? Here you are, the Empress, Cancer. You're withholding your energy. You're not allowing this person to continue to put you in these situations here, right? You know what you deserve. You know what you could offer to people here is right. You're the Empress, Cancer. Like you know that you'll be fine on your own, right? Like, and that's helping you really withhold your energy from exchange. Yeah, and I feel like you're doing this very much out of like self-protection here as well. You know that your love energy is so strong, it's so powerful and so healing here as well, right? Cancer, don't give this away to the wrong person. Don't give this away to somebody who's robbing Peter to pay Paul. Hey, good morning. Yeah. The healing and love energy that you're giving to this person, it's almost like they're taking it and giving it to somebody else, right? Cancer, now's the time for you really to protect your love energy. What it is you have to offer here, right? Don't allow this person to drain you. And I feel like that's very much with this person. They're draining your love energy just to go and give it to somebody else, and that's not fair. You're going to wait for an opportunity here that is something you can truly stand on, something that you can have growth with here, right? Something that has a true foundation. You're not settling for anything less than this. And we have 9 wands, and I feel like you've had these realizations after being broken, beat down, bruised, really hurt here involving this situation. You're going to withhold your energy until you receive an offer here that is truly worthy for you, right? Something that you actually deserve, something that you've been manifesting in your life. And I don't think that this third party is anything that you've been manifesting up to this point. So once again, you're withholding your energy. You're keeping yourself very scarce, very hidden. You're not allowing this person to come in and mess with you here any longer. And you're doing it out of self-protection, out of self-love for yourself here, right? And you know that you have a bigger, better opportunity coming in here as well, right? It's just about almost protecting yourself from all these unnecessary energies that are coming in and not trying to offer you anything real. And it's very much unnecessary. Like if these people, thank you for liking, by the way. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for subscribing too. You know that you're not willing, like, look how beautiful you are. You're not willing to put yourself in these situations where you're ending up looking like this, right? Like, come on, can't, like, no, like, you know your worth, you know what you have to offer here as well, right? And you know what your manifestations are, right? And even if that means you having to take a lot of time out by yourself, that's something at this point that you're really okay with, honestly. Like, you'd rather be by yourself and be happy there, even be by yourself and be miserable other person, and like their miseries like leaking onto you here, right? It's almost like I feel like this is almost a person who's just not for you, right? And we have 7 of Pentacles in the World. Yeah. You're going to know what situations you should cease to continue, right? By how you're feeling about them, right? Like if you're continuously feeling like there is no growth, there is no application to anything, right? You are making the wise decision, right? To end things and stand on that, right? Hey, good morning. Yeah. You're not allowing people to really come in and I feel like these are people that are like offering growth opportunities here, right? But in order for you to get these growth opportunities, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of battles that you'll have to face here, right? And it's almost like you're realizing that, hey, that's not worth it. You know, in 10 years, you're going to look like a dried up prune grape. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, hello, good morning. It's not, that's not for you. Like these people are draining you. And if you continue to stay in these energies where there is no growth, where there is no, true foundation here, right? You know, you're just going to wither away, and it's not, that's not how your story's going to end, right? Cancer, you know that you have a happily ever after here that's working out for you, right? And then we have the King of Pentacles. There could be there could be an ending here with the King of Pentacles. That could be, I almost said Pisces and Cancer. That could be Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus here, right? Yeah, you're really walking away from this energy. We have, you're not wanting to grow with this situation anymore. We have the World and the 8 of Cups. Right? This is no, and it's sitting right under the Hermit card here. You could be working very heavily with a Virgo. This is something that you're feeling intuitively pulled to do. I feel like, does it look like you? Which one? And then we have 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're doing that. You're walking away from this person. You're walking away from this energy for your own personal balance here, right? Like, oops. Sorry, guys. Phone calls. Yeah, you're walking away from this person for your own personal balance, right? Like once again, and this 9 of Pentacles is sitting right under this Empress card. You know your worth, you know your value, you know how you show up to the world, and you know what kind of value you bring to all situations here, right? Yeah, and I feel like the more that you were going into these spaces here with these people that you were feeling so beaten up and broken down here, it's almost like this energy was coming out through your body here, right? And I feel like you're having some body wisdom. You're having some understanding as to why your body was feeling this way, right? Yeah, you're really walking away in order to balance out your own self. I feel like it's very much your body. I feel like you've been feeling this a lot in your body here, right? You're focusing on your money. You're focusing on your health here, right? I feel like if you had been claiming this energy, it's not any longer here, right? Like I feel like you're single. I feel like you're happy. You're balanced out, right? I feel like this was a person who was very once again, it was the Three of Cups, right? Like they were putting you in a third party situation. It was very much out of balance. It was very much. And I feel like you're having some realizations about that. Once you have some separation, some peace here for yourself, there's going to be a lot of truth pouring in about this situation here as well, right? There's going to be some truths that you're figuring out for yourself as to where it is you're trying to go, where it is you're trying to take your life here, right? And I feel like you're remembering what your manifestation was before this person came in, right? And this person wasn't hitting the criteria. Like if there was a pro and a cons list, I feel like they were a con. Like by the time you like got out and you read all the paperwork, yeah, they ended up being a con here, right? They were not an asset. They were a liability. Like this was a person who was bringing in things that were leaving you worse for wear here, right? And I feel like you're having some realizations and some understandings. I feel like you're almost like going back over your manifestations and you're realizing like this was not even the person you were supposed to be embarking on here, right? So I feel like that's really opening up your horizons. I feel like you're realizing like, hey, this was not the end all be all. This was almost like a sorry. Yeah. I feel like there is that you could be feeling like locked out from here as well, right? We have the Five of Cups. I feel like this was a situation, once again, this was a person, a partnership here that you wanted to have a home with, right? That you thought was your Two of Cups. This was a person that, you could have thought was your twin flame, that there was going to be something, like this long journey was going to sit here, right? It ends up not being that. And I feel like there's some sadness involving this, right? Yeah. But keep in mind, it was the Three of Cups that got spilled, right? Your Two of Cups is still standing. It's this Three of Cups that was destroyed. Okay, so you know that you're not seeing it yet, but you still have a love situation that's coming in that's going to be so much more fruitful, so much more beneficial here. Once you have some realizations like, hey, like this is not the end all be all here, right? Like you have something so much more coming out for you, and then we have the Knight of Swords. You're realizing the truth. Sorry. Yeah, you're realizing the truth of the situation, right? And then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. I feel like there's going to come a point here where you're really having to speak your truth, right? And I feel like that's really going to put an end to this situation here as well. I feel like, yeah, and we have the Knight of Wands. Once again, I feel like this could have been more of a lusty energy than something that you were really able to pour your heart and soul into here, right? And then the communication, yeah, and then we have the Emperor. And then we have the Emperor. Yeah. With the Hangman and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there could have been a space here with an Emperor that could have ended. That's any fire sign. It doesn't have to necessarily be. I feel like there was an ending here, a very, very sad ending involving a lot of hurtful words here, right? I feel like these words came across out of passion here as well, right? I don't feel like they were necessarily truthful. And I feel like you're almost shifting your perspective, changing your perspective here, right? And I feel like you could be partnering back up with this person here. It could be a Pisces as well, right? Or Cancer. And we have the Chariot, yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing energy involving perspective shifts as to why these hurt feelings had to come out, right? I feel like somebody could have gotten their feelings hurt, right? And I feel like somebody's finally coming in and explaining, like, and having some realizations, so that there can be some healing work in this situation, so that there can be forward movement here as well, right? I feel like what could have hurt you a year ago, as things have played out and you're having some more understandings here as well, right? You're finally understanding like why things had to play out how they did. And I feel like there's going to be an Emperor that's rushing in for you and really helping you shift your perspective so that you guys can work together again, so that there can be a team effort here as well, right? Let's get one card out for how you guys can help feel this energy. Savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's been I feel like you're almost like taking active participation in your life right now so that you're like helping yourself out later, right? Like I feel like you're focusing in the here and now for your future self so it can be better for you, right? Like you're planting seeds now that will help you later, and I feel like that's going to be such a huge benefit. It doesn't have to necessarily be with money either. It could be with energy, any work that you're doing here as well, right? Any health benefits as well, anything that you're doing to make sure that you're having a better tomorrow, right? All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for liking it, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.